Hello, fam, and welcome to your Week 7 on the weekend check-in. Says that you guys can see my screen. I'm doing this meeting or recording via Zoom on the go here. We'll see, and if not, then Mr. YouTube will get a nice little email from me. Um, as requested by Mr. Chris, um, anyone below Daniel Jones, as far as ranked via QBs this year, he wanted me to quickly address them and just gotta give my thoughts on them, and we'll run through them. And yeah, this is definitely seeing some of these names is making me ill. But nonetheless, I'm going to do it for my son. And yeah, and I guess to go into a little detail about Daniel Jones, I don't want to obviously give him any time in the limelight, but I will say he has a decent matchup this week, and mostly because the Eagles' defense hasn't been able to consistently stop anybody. So for that, I guess he deserves some credit. And Neighbors is supposedly coming back, so why not? I'll allow it. It was better than his other options. So for that, I was not going to push Chris in the pool again. And but definitely, please, Mr. Chris, don't make it a habit of starting this Daniel Jones. He's a cancer to the team, and I don't want that for you nor your roster. So hopefully, y'all can see it, like I was saying. But next on the list, in case you can't, number 22. I always confuse Derek and David Carr. I forget that David is his brother. That was on the Texans way back when they came through as an expansion team. But yeah, Derek Carr, not much to say there. He's always hurt. There's always some. He always starts out well, and then it doesn't seem to come to fruition. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Then ranked number 23. Yeah, Derek Carr was number 22. Deshaun Watson coming in at 23 for the season. Just a creeper all around. Just gives me the just the creep factors through the roof. They should have a little like a field here in between position ranking before they get to the points of like creep factor. He would be number one, or yeah, just off the charts. Um, yeah, I'm surprised that the Cleveland Browns organization is still allowing him to play football, and then Mr. Goodell, the ship puppet that he is allowing this to happen. But nonetheless, and not even for, I mean, what he's done off the field is obviously disgusting and creepy, but he's not a good quarterback. And there's a reason why he's number 23. Let me go into his game log. I hope you all can see this when it comes out. We'll find out at the end if we can or not. But nonetheless, at least you can hear me and follow along that way. Um, he has not gotten more than 200 yards passing in any game. And the fact that they've been behind and they haven't been able to do that in garbage time, when the NFL and the refs kind of support you getting pass yards at the end to make it interesting. That's all I need to say about that. And I'm surprised he's not worse than 23. Coming at 24, Mahomes, not much I can say about it. Kelsey's just starting to get going for them. They've had the carousel wide receivers, but they just keep on winning. So I not much I can really say about that. Coming in number 25, Mr. Dalton, who did not start for the whole season. He had a nice win in Las Vegas, but then all of a sudden, then not much to be desired. Take a look at his game log. He's putting up some touchdowns and some decent yardage. That feels right to me. It's all you can expect from him, and he doesn't really have much of a staff around him, and he's a journeyman quarterback. So it makes sense that he's coming in around this place. Same thing with number 26, Mr. Joe Flacco, which who we hold near and dear to our heart. Consistent with the touchdowns and yardage, a little all over the place, but for a backup quarterback, a journeyman veteran, I can't believe it's crazy thinking about that he's won a Super Bowl, like because he was on fire that year, but then after that, really hasn't done too much. He's just been kind of steady Eddie, no pun intended for our Eddie that we know. But yeah, it's just I'm surprised he's 26th. I would think he'd be a little higher with some of the like he had a couple of good games, but I guess because he hasn't started the whole season, that's probably why. And he's thrown at least 2 touchdowns in every game. So he's doing as much as you could expect. If you were needing him for your QB2 or just a fill in for a bye, he's on the job for you. Then number 27, coming in, Mr. Herbert. I'm not surprised by this. Um, yeah, just with an offense with the pig and Harbs 2.0, their focus is not throwing the ball through the air. And while I think they're over 500, it's working for right now. But that's why he's 27th, and I'm not surprised that he's taking this drop this year with the philosophy that they brought in and also losing Keenan Allen. It makes sense. Number 28, we have Mr. Stafford, and I would think this would be a little higher, even though he's lost Kupp and Nakua, because they've been down in games. The record, I think they're like what 1-4. You'd think they'd be throwing it all around the lot, especially coming through, and it seems to be that way based on the yardage here, but just no touchdowns. He needs to start finding somebody in the end zone. I don't care if they got to fall on it, getting in there by mistake, whatever they got to do. Get this man, get open, catch the fucking ball, and get Mr. Stafford some points because he should not be this low. That would be a steal. If you need some like a QB4, I would pick him up as soon as you can. He's picked up. Okay, that's right. I had to filter on all available to see all the rankings. So good. Somebody has him. I was going to say, if he's not on a team, please get that immediately. Zach Mish, who has him? Who has him? I'll come back to that. Number 29, Minshew got replaced by AOC. I have nothing else to say about that. Then Mr. Richardson coming at number 30. Yeah, he just can't stay healthy. He's got to be smarter when he runs the football because he's very talented, but he just does some dumb things out in the field. And all he has to do is just stay healthy because he's consistent with rushing the football. And he's athletic. He's all talent, very talented. He has the makings to be an all-pro, but he just makes some silly decisions, and he's going to have to learn. Let me get back here. I think there was 2 more quarterbacks we had to go through. All. Go to QB, then to score. I do love these features that they have. They've actually done a good job here with this app. Will Levis. Every time I think of him, I think he should be selling jeans. Not much I can say about that. And then Mr. Willis, who had some starts before. Now, I guess I'm scraping the real bottom of the barrel because there's 32 teams, and yet we're talking about more than 32 quarterbacks. It's never a good sign if you're down here. Mr. Willis, he had some okay fill-ins, but it's good for the Packers that Rodgers is back. Not much to say there. Then Mr. Jacoby Brissett, ultimate professional, but he's pretty much lost the job down to May, and he's a backup quarterback, but a darn good one, a good backup quarterback. But for fantasy purposes, he's lucky he's even getting airtime on this show here. And then Mr. Tua, man, I just wish he would take the time to get himself healthy and find another profession. That's all I can say about him. And then I'll leave it off with May and Rattler. I'm not even going to give Huntley or Connell here any AOC any time. May, I hope, for the Patriots case, I hope he's the answer here, and we'll find out. It's kind of a tough test going to London right after getting the first start against Houston, but hey, we don't make the rules; they just show up and play. And Mr. Rattler, I saw they didn't score many points, and yeah, it's disgusting looking at his game log, and as if it couldn't get worse from after Carr, it certainly got worse for the Saints, and I feel bad for them. Not addressing anything else after that. You guys get the idea. It's pretty sloppy and messy. Yeah, that's all I got. So, fam, please don't forget. I'm going to stop the share here. Hopefully that worked. Fam, please don't forget. If any mailbox questions come into line or mailbag questions, yeah, we know. Freaking Zoom giving me notifications. Please send me over some mailbag questions if you got them. I'd love to start answering some. Maybe somebody did, but I'll have to go check. But yeah, enjoy Oktoberfest today or whatever else anybody's doing on this beautiful day. And of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do.